For fans of 60s rock music, the name David Gilmour is certainly no stranger. As the lead guitarist of Pink Floyd, he is not just a talented musician but also the architect behind the distinctive sound that propelled the band to the peak of success. With emotional guitar playing, deep solos, and an elegant musical touch, Gilmour has become one of the most influential figures in the world of rock. From his early days in England to becoming a globally recognized icon, his journey is proof that musicality and expression can create a lasting legacy. In this video, we will delve deeper into the inspiring life of David Gilmour, exploring his early career struggles, his role in elevating Pink Floyd to legendary status, the wealth he has amassed through his dedication and musicianship, as well as his intriguing personal life, hobbies, and interests that reflect his calm and exploratory nature. Let's take a closer look at the extraordinary story of a man who remains humble despite being one of the most influential guitarists in rock history. Early life. David Gilmour was born on March 6, 1946 in Cambridge, England, into a family that greatly valued education and creativity. His father, Douglas Gilmour, was a zoology lecturer at the University of Cambridge, while his mother, Sylvia Wilson, was a former teacher who later worked as a film editor at the BBC. Since childhood, Gilmour grew up in an environment that encouraged free thinking and artistic exploration. After moving several times, his family eventually settled in Grantchester, a quiet village on the outskirts of Cambridge. Gilmour's interest in music began at a young age. In 1954, he bought his first single, Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley, followed by Heartbreak Hotel by Elvis Presley, and Bye Bye Love by the Everly Brothers. These songs opened his eyes to the world of music, particularly the guitar. He borrowed a guitar from a neighbor and never returned it. Armed with instructional books and Pete Seeger recordings, Gilmour began teaching himself to play the guitar. While attending Percy School in Cambridge, Gilmour felt disconnected from the formal education system. However, this school introduced him to two individuals who would later become his bandmates in Pink Floyd, Syd Barrett and Roger Waters. After graduating, Gilmour pursued modern language studies at Cambridgeshire College of Arts and Technology but did not complete them. However, he managed to master French fluently, a skill that later proved useful in his career. In the early 1960s, Gilmour embarked on his musical journey by joining the band Joker's Wild, a blues rock group that recorded limited albums and singles. However, his adventurous spirit led him away from England. At 19, he traveled to Saint-Tropez, France, hitchhiking his way through a challenging journey. There, he reunited with Syd Barrett and friends, but their adventure ended in their arrest for busking on the streets. Undeterred, Gilmour continued traveling across France, even working as a driver and assistant to fashion designer Ossie Clark to survive. In 1967, he formed the band Flowers, which later changed its name to Bullet, alongside Rick Wills and Willie Wilson. Unfortunately, the band faced numerous hardships, from club owners refusing to pay them to having their equipment stolen in Paris. Amidst these struggles, Gilmour contributed vocals to two songs in the soundtrack for the film 2 Weeks in September starring Brigitte Bardot. After a series of setbacks, Gilmour eventually returned to England in poor financial condition. He and his friends even had to push their bus off the ferry onto land because they ran out of money for fuel. Unbeknownst to him, these challenging experiences were part of the destiny that would eventually make him a legend in rock music history. Career and success. In December 1967, after returning to England, Nick Mason invited David Gilmour to join Pink Floyd to replace Syd Barrett, who was becoming increasingly difficult to work with due to mental health issues. Initially, the band planned to retain Barrett as a songwriter, but his condition worsened, and in March 1968, he officially left the band. Gilmour took over the lead role in guitar and vocals, bringing a new dimension to Pink Floyd's music. Over time, he became a crucial element in the band's musical evolution, introducing more structured compositions and emotionally driven melodies. Nick Mason even stated that after Barrett's departure, Gilmour became the defining contrast between light and dark in Pink Floyd. By the late 1970s, David Gilmour felt his role in Pink Floyd was not being fully utilized. As a form of musical expression, he released his first solo album, David Gilmour, showcasing his guitar skills and songwriting style. Some material from the later sessions of this album evolved into one of Pink Floyd's most iconic songs, Comfortably Numb, featured in The Wall. Tensions between Gilmour and Roger Waters escalated during the production of the Wall film and the Final Cut album. These conflicts pushed Gilmour to focus on his solo career again, releasing About Face, in which he expressed his thoughts on various topics, including his conflicts with Waters and the assassination of John Lennon. He then toured Europe and the US, with Nick Mason making guest appearances on stage in England. In 1985, Roger Waters declared that Pink Floyd had run out of creative fuel and attempted to dissolve the band. However, David Gilmour and Nick Mason refused to give up and decided to continue without Waters, who officially left in 1987. As Pink Floyd's new leader, Gilmour steered the band into a new era. He purchased the houseboat Astoria on the River Thames and converted it into a recording studio, where the album A Momentary Lapse of Reason was created. Under Gilmour's leadership, Pink Floyd continued to thrive and released The Division Bell. One of Pink Floyd's most historic moments occurred on July 2, 2005, when they reunited with Roger Waters after more than 2 decades apart to perform at Live 8, a global charity concert for poverty relief. This emotional moment was cherished by fans, especially witnessing Gilmour and Waters share the stage after years of conflict. This success led to a surge in sales for the compilation album Echoes, the best of Pink Floyd. However, Gilmour refused to profit from it and donated all his earnings to charity. He urged other Live 8 performers to do the same. After the concert, Pink Floyd turned down a $150 million US tour offer. In 2014, Gilmour and Mason completed old recordings with Richard Wright for The Endless River, released on November 7th. Gilmour confirmed it would be Pink Floyd's final album, stating that the band could not continue without Wright. Gilmour has received numerous accolades, including being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Pink Floyd in 1996. He was appointed Commander of the Order of the British Empire in 2003 for his contributions to music and received the Ivor Novello Lifetime Achievement Award in 2008. Wealth. David Gilmour, the legendary guitarist of Pink Floyd, has an estimated net worth of $115 million. Most of his wealth comes from album sales and tours with Pink Floyd, one of the most successful rock bands of all time. Additionally, his solo career has made a significant contribution, with several successful albums and tours. Copyrights and royalties from classic Pink Floyd songs like Comfortably Numb and Wish You Were Here continue to generate stable income. Beyond music, Gilmour was also involved in the aviation business through Intrepid Aviation, where he collected and sold historic aircraft. David Gilmour is known as a generous musician and is actively involved in various charitable activities. He has supported organizations such as Oxfam, Greenpeace, Amnesty International, Teenage Cancer Trust, PETA, and many others. In 2003, he sold his house in Little Venice for £3.6 million and donated the entire proceeds to Crisis to help the homeless. He even became the vice president of the organization. Additionally, Gilmour donated £25,000 to the Save the Rhino Foundation as a gesture of appreciation for the album title The Division Bell, which was suggested by writer Douglas Adams. However, one of his most significant charitable acts took place on June 20, 2019, when he auctioned off 120 of his guitars at Christie's in New York. His legendary Blackstrat guitar sold for $3.975 million, making it the most expensive guitar ever auctioned. In total, the auction raised over $21.4 million, all of which he donated to the environmental organization Client Earth. Beyond music and business, Gilmour owns several luxurious properties, including a home in Sussex and a floating recording studio called Astoria near Hampton Court. He also owns a mansion in Hove, East Sussex, which is currently in the process of being sold. With these various sources of income, Gilmour has not only built his fortune through his musical talent, but has also demonstrated a strong commitment to environmental and philanthropic causes. Personal life. David Gilmour, a legendary music icon, leads a rich and colorful personal life. His first marriage to Virginia Ginger Hazenbein in 1975 resulted in 4 children: Alice, Claire, Sarah, and Matthew. After their separation, Gilmour found new love with Polly Samson, an English novelist and journalist. They married in 1994 during Pink Floyd's The Division Bell tour. Samson brought her son, Charlie, from a previous relationship with writer Heathcote Williams, whom Gilmour later adopted. Together, they have 3 children, Joe, Gabriel, and Romany. Following in her father's footsteps, Romany has been involved in music, playing the harp, and contributing vocals to Gilmour's solo album, Luck and Strange. Polly Samson is not only Gilmour's life partner but also a significant creative collaborator. She has written lyrics for many of his songs, including contributions to Pink Floyd albums such as The Division Bell and The Endless River. In addition to her work with Gilmour, Samson has a successful writing career, having published several novels and short story collections. The Gilmour-Samson family is known for maintaining a low-key personal life despite their public achievements. They continue to contribute to the world of music and arts, creating a lasting legacy for future generations. David Gilmour last performed live on November 8, 2024 at Madison Square Garden in New York as part of the Luck and Strange tour promoting his latest solo album of the same name. The tour began in September 2024 and included performances at renowned venues such as the Royal Albert Hall in London and the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles. During the tour, Gilmour performed a mix of new songs from Luck and Strange alongside Pink Floyd classics like Wish You Were Here and Comfortably Numb. Hobbies. David Gilmour, with his immense legacy in the music world, now lives a life many would envy. Peaceful, happy, and far from the chaos of the entertainment industry. After decades under the spotlight as the iconic figure of Pink Floyd, he has chosen to spend his later years in a simpler and more meaningful way. Alongside his large family, Gilmour enjoys his days at a serene countryside farm near the village of Wisborough Green, Sussex, England. It is there that he has found true peace, far removed from the demanding tour schedules and the glitz of the music industry. Nowadays, Gilmour spends much of his time gardening, breathing in the fresh countryside air, and tending to the plants he grows himself. He also cherishes moments with his grandchildren, sharing stories and introducing them to music and the simple life he has come to love. Occasionally, he can be seen relaxing in his garden, accompanied by his loyal pets, savoring the small moments that were once hard to come by during his busy career. In addition, Gilmour and his wife, Polly Samson, often take short trips around their local area, simply to enjoy the beauty of nature or capture photographs together. With a camera in hand, he captures the breathtaking scenery that has become part of his daily life, from rolling green fields and stunning Sussex sunsets to the peaceful charm of rural life. These moments serve as a reminder that life is not always about fame and success, but about finding happiness and simplicity. For a legend like Gilmour, life now is a gift. He has given so much to the world of music, and now it is time for him to enjoy what truly matters: family, tranquility, and the freedom to live life on his own terms.